Hello everyone, this is Erika of the storytellingjeweler.com, and this is my regular Friday afternoon no one has to bead alone online beading session. This is my form of help to ease loneliness during isolation and also, of course, to have fun together. I hope you can see me and hear me. I'm still finishing, I have to confess that I'm still finishing my homework. I'm bezeling the Rivoli we will need to get today. And please tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me. I would like to know if the technical part of our beading session is all right. I see Katalin, Gunel, Zuzi, Sharon, Marian, Monica. Hello, ladies. Aniko, Christina, Niti, Angelica. So, can you hear me? Can you see me well? And did you do your homework? Not like me. Today, we will need a Rivoli, a bezeled Rivoli with peyote. And I asked you that if you can, then please prepare it in advance. And then at the end, I didn't have time to fully finish it. In the meanwhile, Adriana joined us from my home country, Slovakia. Petra, Anna, Sarah, Katie from Belgium, Shaila, Honey, Miriam. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. So, today we are going to work on the Leah pendant, which is similar to 𝐍𝐿𝐼. Well, I had two sources of inspiration for Leah, or like two main motivation. The first thing that he really seems to like Leah, so I wanted to come up with something similar. And the second source of inspiration was that maybe you remember that while I was working on the second color combination during the broadcast, then in the last stitch, I managed to pull apart the whole pendant. But I managed to rescue the Rivoli, the bezeled Rivoli, and I don't like to cut apart stuff which can still be used. So that's why I started in the same way as with 𝐍𝐿𝐼. Mona is watching us, is with us also from Canada. Anita, Clara, Alejandra, Teresa, Margorzata. Welcome, ladies. Yes, Zuzi is telling indeed that Leah is 𝐍𝐿𝐼's younger sister. Indeed, we can say that. So, I hope you ladies are prepared already. We are going to have lots of fun today, of course. Sarah is saying, not beading with you today, but needed some positivity, so I will hang with you for a moment. Thank you for being here with us. And I hope that we can cheer you up a bit today. Petra is here too. Ingrid is here. Karen from Utah. That's amazing. It really became an international beading session. What do you say? Also, while we are waiting for more beaders to show up, I would really like to thank those who took the time and left reviews during the past week at the storytellingjeweler.com for all the there were really nice reviews coming in for all the designs we were working on during the past weeks. Thank you so much, dear ladies. In the meanwhile, Vania from Brazil arrived, Alžbieta, Beverly, welcome, ladies. Reinhilde, hello. Great to see you. So, to move forward a bit, Last week, to get first, I would like to return a bit to last week's Beads Together. We were working on the Starry Night design. It was inspired by 𝐌𝐻𝐿𝐄's painting, The Starry Night. And yeah, it was a motif. I really like to work with motifs, which then you could finish as a bracelet, as earrings, as a necklace, whatever you liked. For those who are still working on the peyote bezel for today's beading session, just like me, you will need to start with 22 pieces of MIYUKI Delica size 11 in the first row. Then you can add one more row, that means 11 more pieces. So from the Delica 11s, you need altogether 33, 22 plus 11. And then you can close the bezel with 2 rows of number 15 MIYUKI round beads and on the front, and the same on the back. So altogether, you need 33 pieces of MIYUKI Delica 11s and 44 pieces of number 15 round beads. So, Malka is also with us from Israel, Joanna from Indiana, Teddy from Maryland, Margaret from California. It's amazing. Lutka from Slovakia. Thank you very much. My coffee was delivered in the meanwhile. Petra says that she will actually try it right away with a 12mm Rivoli. Thank you so much for the experiment. Please keep us updated that how does it work out. You might, of course, need to make some adjustments. But yeah, experimenting and playing with shapes is great. Andrea, Susan, Marion, Lorraine. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, to go back to the Starry Night design a bit, I would really like to show you some very nice examples. There were amazing pieces made during the past week. For example, we have this one from Tanya from Belgium. A cute, cute, cute pair of earrings. I really like it how Tanya paired the red and the pink tones. It's like a monochromatic colorway, but still the very nice pearl in the middle. It makes it pop. It gives it energy. I'm always afraid of monochromatic colorways because I'm afraid that I cannot give it energy, but I think Tanya did a wonderful job. Then we have a bracelet from Reinhilde. I think it's very nicely done. 5 motifs connected. The beautiful, elegant piece. And then I would like to show you one more bracelet. Julia, she made it. She was really creative, and since she used the same motif as all of us, but she connected the motifs in a completely different way, and she made a beautiful statement bracelet. How do you like it? I think it's amazing. Margaret asks, is the necklace you are wearing what is being created now? No, this is a bead embroidered piece. And if you would like to learn bead embroidery, then I would actually like to invite you to the group Seed, Beads and More, because in May, I am a guest instructor, a guest teacher in Seed, Beads and More, and I will introduce you to the basics of bead embroidery. So if you would like to learn to create something similar to this, then make sure to join the group, and you can already start preparing the material. So, I hope you like Julia's picture, Julia's bracelet. I think it's amazing. And before we move on to the actual design that we will be working on today, bezel those rivolis if you are not done yet. Quick, quick, quick. Some of you know that a week ago I celebrated my birthday, and I would like to invite you to celebrate with me. And I have a little giveaway, and I would like to give away this book called, oh, I'm searching for the best configuration of the screen. I'm giving away a book. I also have a copy. Its title is Costume Jewelry, and it's amazing. It introduces you a lot of different styles and jewelry houses, and it's a great source of inspiration, all for colors and for shapes too. So if you would like to win this book, then I just put the link in a comment. So it's easy. You just type in your first name and your email address, and you can join the competition. And I will announce the winner next Tuesday during my regular Coffee Time with Erika session. And, oh, I nearly forgot. I actually wanted to show you one more beautiful piece of jewelry which was connected during one of our bead togethers, or like following one of the designs, one of the tutorials, and it's the Chandigarh design. But I think it's so amazing that usually I like to show pictures taken from the latest design, but I had to go back to Chandigarh because I think Kiki from Sweden, she did an amazing job with this. I hope you like it, ladies. This set of a long necklace with a tassel and a pair of earrings, I really like it. Again, a monochromatic colorway, which is a big challenge for me. I think this came out super elegant. So, and one more thing, just one more thing before we start. And please let me know in the meanwhile that how are you doing with the rivolis, if you managed to bezel them in the meanwhile, and if you have prepared them since then. Until I get answers, I would like to just quickly tell you about the special deal at the storytellingjeweler.com this week, because every week we have something special. And now in April, we have a big this stash and organizing, and we would like to get a lot more well, how to say, rational about our stock. What are we keeping? What are we offering? So it's like a big stash cleaning, and I would like to. I was putting together some beautiful collections of handmade art cabochons made by L2 Studio, and some extra components, some metal components, or yeah, here with the clasp and the bracelet. And you can grab these collections for a very good price now. They are available at my Facebook page, and all you need to do is to leave a comment, and we will summarize all the sales next Monday when it's over. And you can grab them now from 20 to close to 30% off. So if you have had your eyes on a cabochon like this for a longer time, then this is the time to get one. So, in the meanwhile, some new comments. Yes, Sharon says that she finished the bezel. Miriam already has 2 bezels. That's amazing. And bezeled an 8mm pearl. Some of you were asking me that what to do if you don't have a rivoli. You can indeed bezel a pearl or bezel a chaton it's also great. Margaret is asking, what is your Facebook page name? Well, you are at my Facebook page at the moment. You are watching a video on my Facebook page. So if you want to check out the deals, then you don't have to go anywhere. You are at the right place. It's called Erika Shander, the Storytelling Jeweler. Good morning, Nancy. And Marion is also prepared. So let's go for Leah. Niti and Honey already are done too. Quick recap that what do you need for the pendant? Of course, the 8mm Rivoli. Then you need MIYUKI Delica size 11, MIYUKI round seed beads in number 15. Then this is a kind of a SUPERDUO eater design. So if you have a lot of those in your stash, then this is perfect because you will need altogether 55 pieces of SUPERDUOs. If you want to use 2 colors of SUPERDUOs, then 22 colors, 22 pieces from one and 33 from the second color. You will also need some 3mm round pearls, 11 pieces, and you will also need some 3mm BICONE beads from Swarovski, 22 pieces of those. So, can we start? What do you say? And are you excited? I hope so. I am. I put together a pink-purple color combination. I will show it to you at the end. So hopefully your bezel looks something like this. Anita is asking how many rows of delicas? 22 pieces plus 11. So altogether 3 rows, but you pick up the first 2 rows at once. 22 plus 11 pieces, and then 2 rows of number 15 on the front, 2 rows of number 15 at the back. And those who have beaded with me Chloe, then they know how to go forward. First, we need to bead to a delica in the middle row of the bezel. And then we are going to add number size 11 delica beads into the ditch, I would say, like in between the delica beads in the middle row of the bezel. So, yeah, exiting a delica in the middle row, you pick up a new delica, and then you bead through the next delica in the middle row. And this is how you would like to go all around, adding 11 MIYUKI Delica 11s all together. When you have finished this row, then I would advise to bead to the second one, which you added now in this step, because we are going to add new beads in between these delicas from this step, and we don't want to pull on that first one. If we would start to add new beads already after the first delica, then there is a higher chance that we would deform the bezel. Teresa, Krista, and Kimberly, Laila also joined us in the meanwhile. Kimberly says she's new. Say hello to Kimberly, everyone. She's asking, where do I follow you at? So you can follow my page. You are now watching this video at my Facebook page, Erika Shander, the Storytelling Jeweler. And if you go to the top of the page, then just say like follow and put me between your priorities, because then you make sure that when I have something new, then you will know what's happening here. It's also nice to visit my webpage, thestorytellingjeweler.com. And if you join my email list, then you will be receiving some nice free patterns at the beginning. I really recommend that. And one more thing, if you need some more help, or if you came a little bit later, then I have a printable copy of this tutorial. Or if you if you need some more time for the bezel. So I put a link in the comment field, and you can download the tutorial from there. You can either open it in a different screen and bead from there if you need like more time, or if you came a bit later, or you can print it and continue. So let's go to number 3. At number 3, we are going to pick up MIYUKI Delica number 11, then a number 15 seed bead. If you are working with 2 colors of seed beads, then I would advise to switch now to the second color. So MIYUKI Delica 11, number 15 seed bead, and one more MIYUKI Delica, and then you bead through the next Delica picked up in the previous step. And this is what you will do now in step number 3, that you will fill in combinations of Delica, number 15, and Delica between the Delica beads which you added in the previous step. For Nicoline, if you have a printer or a second screen, then I would advise to download the tutorial now and start from the beginning. Otherwise, you need to like bezel the 8mm Rivoli, starting with 22 pieces of MIYUKI Delica. And to cheer up, to like, yeah, this is like my kind of oh, Anya says the link is not working. Let me test it one more time. It should be all right. Can somebody please check it too? Because for me, it opened. I am checking it also in an incognito window, and I don't see a problem. Yeah, so it should be okay. Anna, this is always the way how we do it. Anna says that for the first time, this link is not giving the PDF, only the subscribing. This is how we do it every week indeed. That you have basically 2 choices if you would like to have the printable file. Either you can download it and get it to your email address. In this case, like, I have 2 options. If you got into any financial problems because of the corona crisis, then you can just download it and I support you with these beading sessions. Or if you are still doing okay, then you can choose for the €5 version, and you can support these beading sessions and keep us going here on this Friday afternoons. Ladies who say that the link is not working, what do you see? Can you please tell me? Like, the PDF is not available right away, but you have to like download it from the page. Okay, let me look at it one more time. Just a second. I'm here with you. Okay, I see. One moment. One moment, and I will set it right. I know what went wrong. I'm sorry about that. It should be all right now. So please try it one more time. I forgot to add the downloadable file, so it should be okay now. Can you please try it and tell me if it's working? Okay, no comments showing up this time. So I hope everyone is busy with the downloadable file. I will be busy with my coffee in the meanwhile. I hope you are still here, ladies. One more time. Angelica says that it's still not good for her. One more time. I apologize, it will be okay in a moment. Okay, it's uploading again. I'm trying it one more time. I'm sorry for the technical problems. Oh, it looks better, I think. I'm also trying to download it so I can. Okay. Yes, it's there. It's there. I'm sorry for the delay. I really wanted to fix it because many people will come a little bit later, so they can also print the file. Great. So we should be finishing step number 3 now. So we added groups of delica, number 15, and delica in between the delica beads in the ditch. The link is the same, so if you just scroll back to see the comment, then you can click on it again. So It didn't change. I didn't change the link. You can click on the same again. Oh, okay. But it's basically the storytellingjeweler.com/Lea. Okay, Hilly is also here. Great. So I will hide now the first 2 steps. Please tell me if you are doing okay. Okay, ladies who could not download the file for now, I will get back to you after the broadcast because I think it's okay now. Aniko and Hilly confirmed it, and I also did a test, and I don't want to make the other bidders waiting longer. So you can download it after the broadcast. I hope it's okay this way. Please try the link. Like now, it's for sure working. So the aim is now to exit a number 15 seed bead and exit the second, a number 15 seed bead in the second group of new beads, that you picked up during step number 3. Yeah, it is working now. I'm telling you, it is working now. Just please try again. And now, if you are, after step number 3, exiting a number 15, then what you need to do is, please pick up 2 super duos. I always advise you to check both holes right away, because sometimes it happens that the second hole can be clogged, and it's not a nice surprise. So I see that some of you still have problems with the download. Please write me an email after the broadcast, and I will help you after the broadcast. Please send me an email after the broadcast to Erika at thestorytellingjeweler.com. Nicolene, no problem. If you have the file, then you can just follow the file now and bead with us. So, how are you doing with step number 4? It's like 2 pieces of SUPERDUO beads between the number 15. Please let me know if it's understandable and if you can keep up, or if you need more help with the previous steps. Try to pull the thread firmly, but again, like, don't pull like way too much. Yeah, Robin is saying, if you are having issues downloading, be sure to restart your browser in order to clear your internet cache, so the update link will override. Thank you so much, Robin. That's a very good idea. Zuzia says she has number 3 or number 4. So, for those who are a bit faster than others, like me, for example, I'm a bit behind, then I would like to challenge you to think about something nice what happened to you this week. As I am trying to keep up with my friends during isolation through Skype and whatever, then I see that in many times we tend to focus on negative things. And today, also to give each other positive energy, as one of us said that she is joining us today to get some positive energy, please tell me in a comment one nice thing, whatever nice thing, like you enjoyed the nice weather, whatever. Tell me something nice what happened to you this week. Until I am waiting for your answers, I will tell you the nice thing what happened to me today. So, I am kind of like rediscovering my balcony, because until now, when it was nice weather, then I was always like running out, going for a picnic in the park, going for a bike ride, whatever. But since isolation started, then I tend to spend quite a lot of time on my balcony, and I'm trying to make it nicer and nicer. And I'm a bit afraid of keeping plants because I'm just terrible with keeping alive green things. But today I actually I bought a small olive tree, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy that I made the decision, and I promise that I will do my best to keep it alive. And I will explain step number 5, and then I will read some of your answers. So, how are you doing with step number 4? I will take away now step 3, and I will explain step number 5. So, what you need to do, that please bead to the second grouping of super duos, what we added, and turn to the opposite direction. Well, that was still the end of number 4. That turn to the opposite direction by beading through the open hole of one of the super duos, through an open hole of a super duo, which is like the second in a grouping. And when you went through the open hole of the super duo, then your thread should face like in between a pair. So you will add 3 millimeter round beads between 2 super duos. Between those 2, which were picked up at once during step number 5. And please tell me if this was understandable and if the illustration is clear to follow. So we will pick up altogether 11 pieces of 3 millimeter purse, and we will add them between 2 super duos, between 2 which we picked up at the same time. So, while Miriam says it's clear. Okay, great. Please, can I get some more confirmation if this was all right? And in the meanwhile, Linda says, she finally cleaned her beading room. That's great. Lauren says, I received my parcel from the Czech Republic with some yummy new beads. Ho, ho, ho. That's always great news. Alžbieta had dinner with her mom in the garden. Oh, I would love to have that. Katarina, I got a delivery slot on a floor mill site. I have been trying for 2 weeks, and I shouted for joy when I got it at lunchtime. Oh, that's great. Have lots of fun. Then, Karen, we played trivia on Zoom with family. It was great fun. Katalin, I had lunch and a small shopping with a friend. That's a lovely thing to do. Miriam, perfect weather, beading, and the good news that I can go back to work next week. That's amazing. That's so nice that it's easing up a little bit, right? But yeah, everyone's still we should still be careful. Haley, I got 2 bunches of peony tulips from my boyfriend. They are green and orange and so beautiful. Every time I look at them, I am happy. I can totally understand that. I love tulips. And they are so beautiful here in the Netherlands, right? Lila says, after adding the 3mm pearls, it's a little bit wavy. Try to like put down your motif on your beading mat and just tap it a bit to even it out. And then you will really feel that how much thread or how the thread tension should be. It can stay a little bit wavy, and you will even it out with the next step, but aim to have it as flat as possible, okay? Don't pull on it too hard. Maria, I took a walk and ice cream after 2 weeks staying at home. Nice to get out a bit. Niti says it's also wavy for her. Your thread tension is probably a bit too much. Try to ease up a little bit on it, okay? Like the SUPERDUOs, where there is no 3mm bead between them, they should not be like, they should not touch like totally, touch each other totally. There will be like a tiny bit of thread in between the two SUPERDUOs. So don't aim for like pulling them that much that they would touch each other. Just like to make it like firm, but don't pull too much. Just a sec, and I will show you my motif, that how does it look like. I'm adding now the last pearl. The goal is to exit a 3mm pearl, which is like not the first, but for example, the second one, what you picked up. And here is my motif, how it looks like at the moment. From the side, yeah, it is a tiny bit wavy, but not too much. Okay, Honey is ready with step number 5. How are the other beaders doing? And always, if you think that it's wavy, put it down and tap on it. That's my trick. It works all the time when I am not sure about thread tension. Just put it down and tap, 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 tap. Okay. Sharon is done with step 5. Nicolene is done with step 1. Anita is ready for step 6. Other Anita or other Anita and Linda are also ready. So I will hide number 4 and I will show you 6. So we are exiting now a 3mm round pearl. And if you want to use two colors of SUPERDUO beads, then now is the time to switch to the second color. And I'm a bit thinking like, should I go like kind of more elegant with like not black? No, that's not me. I should go for turquoise, right? I hope you like the idea. I will go for turquoise, of course. So after exiting a 3mm round bead, please pick up 3 pieces of SUPERDUO beads, always making sure that the second hole of them is not clogged. And then you bead through the next 3mm round bead. Again, like pull that much that the SUPERDUOs are firm in place, but not that much that it would be like very like too rigid. Anne says, my good news was to hear about the daughter of a Facebook friend who had recovered from COVID-19. That's great news, and congratulations. Like, that's amazing. That's wonderful. That's, you know, like, we hear so many negative news. We are always looking at the statistics of like how many people are in hospital, how many people have serious consequences. But it's so nice to, like, there are a lot of people luckily recovering. So thank you so much for bringing the good news. It's wonderful. Okay, Petra says that a 12mm RIVOLI is not working. It's very wobbly and I can't get it flat. Yeah, I will. Shall I try something with a 12mm RIVOLI next time? Petra, I think you have like a lot of 12mm ones probably, because last time you also experimented with 𝐍𝐿𝐒 with a 12mm one, and the others, if you also have 12mm RIVOLIs, then next time I can come up with something for a 12mm RIVOLI. Anne says she's a nurse and has gone back to work. Already, that's great. My mom is a nurse too, by the way, and I was and I am still afraid for her. Like, she's in the first line and getting in touch with a lot of people. But I hope like everything will be all right. So, how are you doing with step number 6? It can still feel a bit wobbly after number 6. Don't pull it too much. We will even out everything at the end, but also like don't pull the thread that much that it would be rigid, okay? Petra says, trying no need to design something for 12. Okay, if you have also 8s, then we can go on with 8mm ones. They also have actually like quite a lot of 12mm ones, so I might go on with something. Connie has number 6, Angelica too. It's so funny that you ladies seem to be at the same speed, really. Like Connie and Angelica, most of the time your names pop up at the same time, that I'm done, I'm ready. So I will hide step number 5 and show you 7. So here you will be adding the 3mm BICONE beads, and you will be adding them between the first, second, and third bead in a group of SUPERDUO beads, which you picked up at the same time. There will be no new beads in between 2 groupings. Oh, by the way, between the second holes. I nearly started to say it, but yeah, at this point, before adding the BICONE beads, you need to turn to the opposite direction by sewing through the second hole of a SUPERDUO bead. And then you will add 3mm BICONE beads between the to every grouping of 3 SUPERDUOs. You will add 2 pieces of 3mm BICONE beads. So after you bead through 1 SUPERDUO, the second hole of it, you pick up a BICONE bead. You go through the middle SUPERDUO, also through its second hole. Then you pick up another BICONE bead. And then you go through the second hole of the third SUPERDUO in a group. And then when you move to the second group of 3 SUPERDUOs, then you don't add anything in between the 2 SUPERDUO beads. So please let me know if this was clear, if you can follow my my instructions. He is saying they are the true heroes. I totally agree. Like, I'm really, really proud of my mom, and I am very grateful for everyone who is doing such a hard job with like really being in the first line, despite the anxiousness and the real danger and everything they have to, the insane workload they have to deal with. I'm very grateful to everyone who is helping us keeping up with these insane times. Honey says she has to go for another color of BICONE beads. Still better to realize it now than after you would have done and secured the thread. So still okay, I think. So this is how my pendant looks like at the moment. I just finished step number 6. And I am going to add now the BICONE beads. I'm not completely sure which color to add. I'm also a bit hesitant. Oh, I think I am going for tanzanite. Sarah says, I think bigger Rivoli is nice, 12 or even 14 millimeter. It would be like for a future design, you mean? If you say, I agree. For me, with a lot of jewels, for me, it's like the bigger, the better. I'm kind of a megalomaniac with earrings, for example. So if you would like to use this motif as an earring, I think it's absolutely, absolutely possible. And it's so nice actually to see that one motif sparkles so many different ideas, and many times I see the jewels finished in a completely different way than I have come up with it. And that's why I also like to upload the pictures to this community album, because I think it's great to inspire each other. And I'm also very happy when you are uploading pictures to the Storytelling Beading Club for each others to see. So how is it going with the pendant? Nitty, is it still wobbly? How is it going? And we had also, I think Maria had it wobbly. Laila, Nitty, how does it look like at the moment? Could you get it flat? And how are the others doing? And by the way, thank you so much for all the positive thoughts what you shared with us. I think it's really nice to focus and trying to focus on what is nice happening to us. Nitty, if only a little bit, don't worry about it. Mine is also a little bit wobbly, but it will even out. Sarah says, when it comes to Swarovski, it's never big enough. I agree. I totally agree. My favorite ones are the 27 round ones, 27 millimeter round ones. Okay, Anita says, het is allemaal duidelijk en ben klaar met step 7. So, she is ready with step number 7. Kata says, doing good, a bit wavy, but I will sit on it maybe. Shall I add it between the top tips in the tutorial? Nitty, you don't always have to listen to her. So let's go for step 8. So at this time, what you will need to do is bead through the first BICONE bead, which you added in this step, and then pick up 𝐌𝐻𝐿𝐒𝐋11, seed bead 15, and another 𝐌𝐻𝐿𝐒𝐋11. And then please go through the next BICONE bead. After the BICONE bead, go through the third SUPERDUO in this grouping, and then straight to the next SUPERDUO, the first SUPERDUO in the next grouping, and up through the first BICONE. And after the BICONE, again, please add 𝐻𝐿𝐒𝐋, number 15, 𝐻𝐿ECA. So you will be adding this group of beads between two 𝐻𝐿ECAs, which are added at the same to the same group of SUPERDUO beads. I hope I was clear. Please let me know if you can follow. So Miriam says, step 7 ready with 2 pendants. Superwoman. Yeah, that's actually a good way to prepare for these broadcasts, because I'm always explaining it a bit slower than some of our super fast beaders bead, because yeah, I'm talking and returning to previous steps. So it's sometimes nice to have like 2 or even maybe 3 color combinations prepared, and then you can work parallel on 2 different colors already. And I also have it still a little bit wobbly. I just put it down to my beading mat and I am tapping it. And then I see that how the thread tension should be. And I am starting now with my groups of 𝐻𝐿ECA 15 and 𝐻𝐿ECA. Miriam is a speedy beader indeed. Unbelievable. By the way, I am laughing at myself because I think I told you like twice to like make sure to check the second hole of the SUPERDUOs before you attach them, because they can be clogged. Then can you guess who didn't check the second holes of the SUPERDUOs and who just had a clogged hole in her pendant? Luckily, I managed to unclog it with the tip of my needle, so all is good. Okay, Sarah says, downloaded the pattern, getting started now. Then enjoy it very much, Sarah. And if you have a question, then just tell me. Or if you get to a part which is tricky for some reason for you, then you can always, like, the best way to ask a question is to actually post it in the Storytelling Beading Club, but you can, of course, also send me an email. By the way, you know what is the effect of having not so tidy bead mat? that in step 8, I accidentally switched to a third color of number 15 seed beads. So now I'm having dark bronze ones in the bezel. I'm having golden ones, matte gold ones at the in this groupings of Delica, number 15 Delica. And then now I'm adding green ones. But I think it all looks great. So not that I would worry. I'm just saying that I lost track and I switched to another third color already. By the way, ladies, I would be really curious to know, when working with seed beads in a pattern, do you like to stick to the same color of seed beads? Like, for example, when we are using now the number 15s, do you like to stick to the same color, or do you alternate between two colors? Or three, like me? Hello, Anna. Hello, Anna from Hungary. I'm pretty happy with how my colors are coming together. I hope you are too. Honey, did you switch the BICONE beads? Miriam says she likes to alternate between several colors if the pattern calls for different colors. Petra says she has one color at the moment. Tinker Pearl has is alternating between colors at the moment. Honey likes to keep it quiet. Yes, when we are using like only one color of seed beads, then it always tends to be like more quiet, more elegant. But it really depends on the pattern. Joanna likes both ways. Yeah, it really is about the pattern. Oops, I will not read your comment, Connie. So, I just finished number 8, and the pendant should be more or less okay at the moment. This is how this is how my layer looks like at the moment. It's like turquoise and violet, and I have a rose opal rivoli in the middle. And ladies, can I show you the next step? Can we go for number 9? Basically, it will be the same thread path as number 8, and we are not adding new beads in the 9th step. The only difference is that we will skip beading through the number 15 between the two Delica beads. Be very careful when you bead through the two SUPERDUOs next to each other, because they tend to break sometimes. Or if you are not using that good quality needles, like me at the moment, because I'm still using up some old needles, I've tried tulip needles not so long ago. And I think when I am buying new needles in the future, then I will always buy tulip needles, but I still have a lot of other brands which I want to use up. But now I'm using pony needles, and I just started to use a new needle at the beginning of our broadcast. And it's so wobbly, or it's like so deformed already, and it's so like soft that it actually is causing me problems to go through the beads. So, getting a bit anxious. Well, now, could you please leave the step 7 on the screen? Yes, indeed. And what I will do, that I will hide 8 and I will put 9 on the screen, because it's the same as number 8, but please skip the number 15 beads between the delicas. And this is the step which should really like straighten the whole pendant. So it should not be wobbly anymore when you finish step number 9. It's, by the way, so strange that at the moment the apartment or flat is completely silent, because all 3 of us who live together, my husband and a friend, we work from home, and all the time we are having conference calls and Skype meetings and workshops, listening to workshops or giving workshops, giving lessons. And for about a month and a half, I'm listening to cloud computing consultations from the kitchen, and there is no door between the kitchen and the living room. So I have a feeling that soon I will become a cloud computing expert. And today there was only one call from the kitchen, but it lasted from 9:30 until 5 o'clock with some short breaks. So it ended like 2 minutes before 5 o'clock. Then I went online at 5. So the flat is like a broadcasting center at the moment. I don't see any new comments coming in. I hope you are still with me. I don't see any new comments on Facebook neither. Please tell me if you are still here. If you are not watching, I'm not beading, I'm just drinking my coffee. Uh-oh, still no one. Okay, okay. Tinker Pearl is still with me. According... Hilly says, yes, I am looking at you working. I was drinking coffee. Petra says, working hard, no time to comment. Sharon is also busy. Kata, Miriam, everyone is busy. Jana is drinking a coffee. Jana, you're my girl. It is straightening. I hope you are not sitting on it. Are you sitting on the pendant, Niti? Kimberly says, I'm here watching but didn't know what to have on hand for this, so I'm not doing it until after the show. I see. If you next time would like to have the material list in advance, then I always publish it as soon as possible on my Facebook page and also in my closed Facebook group at the Storytelling Beading Club. I also tend to send an email every week to my subscribers, and there you also have the material list. Connie is also watching. Okay. Nicolene Beading, just noticed the mistake and deciding if I leave it or not. That's always such a dilemma, right? Maria, her thread is short. Okay, then we are waiting for you to add a bit of new thread. We are nearly at the end, by the way. We will do the bail with a separate thread. Marion is focusing, concentrating. I also I see a lot of Facebook posts, and I hear a lot of my friends friends saying that they are learning new skills and trying new stuff, but then I'm always laughing at myself because like I'm just beading more. Do you have it the same as me, or are you, or have you signed up for some online workshops? And are you trying something new, or are you beading more? Susie says, I could actually hear Adam in the background having a call during your coffee time broadcast. You see? And that's what I'm listening to all day long for a month and a half. Not complaining, I can still focus most of the time, but it can be funny sometimes. Kata says hers is not so flat, so we'll do more with one more with less tension. Yeah, this is a design which you don't have to pull completely. Always like try it on your beading mat. Tap, tap, tap. That's how much thread you need. Angelica is leaving for dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Angelica. Petra is saying, I just bead and bead and bead. I'm so happy that I'm not alone. I hear friends like, they are trying new dishes, they are baking, oh, everyone is making bread. Kata is making bread, Susie is baking bread. And when the quarantine started, then I was like, I will try it finally. But I'm just beading more. Susie says, I'm here just hanging and listening, did dishes and cooking, otherwise my kids will eat me alive. I'm somewhere around step 6. Yeah, keep the kids well fed, we need you. Don't let them eat you, okay? Jana says, beading and sorting. Connie says, you can wear headphones. I am trying to, but truth to be told, I have very weird shaped ears and all the headphones are falling out of my ears. I also bought a new pair, which should be better, but they are just not comfortable for me. All the time, like after just 2 minutes, I'm just sitting, not even moving, and then it plops from my ear. I can't explain. And I really don't like those big ones. They are just warm and stuffy and yeah. Anne says she's doing also other crafts, but also lots of beading. Are you learning new techniques also, new stitches, or sticking to, or maybe finishing UFOs, unfinished objects? Lila said, magically the pendant straightened up. I told you so, just keep going. Vania is asking, Erika, do you know how to make the Hungarian cookies with jelly inside and powder on the outside? Kataniti, do you ladies know which cookie should that be? What Vania is talking about? Niti says, I have weirdo ears as well and have a great one stolen from my boyfriend. I'm so glad that I'm not alone. By the way, my mom said that when I was born, then they had to like reshape my ears because they looked like, well, now I know that what they are explaining to me, that how my ears looked like, I would look like an elf. And I'm still very angry with them that they didn't leave my ears like for an elf. I think I would be I would be so much cooler with elf-shaped ears. Yeah, so Petra says she has it already and she loves it. I'm so happy. I hope yours is not wobbly. Monica, beading and sewing new dresses. That's great. And making your own stuff instead of buying. That's great. That's great. I would also love to know how to sew. I know only the basics. Tinker Pearl, trying to design myself. That's great. It can also be really relaxing. Katalin asks, Fang or Anita Linzer or Bukta? Vania, do you maybe recognize any of these? By the way, I can't bake any of these. I'm really not I like to bake, but I can bake, for example, cheesecake, or I can bake brownies. I make really great brownies. But oh, those beaders who came to my Amsterdam beading sessions, they might remember my brownies. Do you remember my brownies? Hilly is asking, looking at your necklace, could you tell me what kind of stone is the pear-shaped yellow one? You mean this one here, right? That one I bought in India from a Tibetan refugee from a street side stall. So I don't have a clue, unfortunately. It's one of those truly one-of-a-kind pieces. I have never seen a similar one before or after. Anne says she has been watching YouTube for new techniques. Nicolene remembers my brownies. She says they were really nice. And Hilly and Connie. Yeah, Katy says, another reason to be sad that our workshop in May is cancelled because I like brownies so much. Katy, you can't believe like how disappointed I was when I saw the news that I have to decide for, well, taking it online instead of like meeting with you ladies in real life. I was since January when I had the idea, I was looking forward to it very much. But watch your mailbox, because even if there will be no brownies, there might be something else yummy. Who knows? Who knows? I like surprises, and I hope you like too. Ladies, when we manage to meet for the next time, I will make so many brownies. I will bake you brownies all day. Niti, I was trying to check the next step for my second pendant from my first, and I could not find the first pendant I made. It was under my butt. Now just tell us, was it an accident, or did you really listen to Kata and her advice? And I'm glad to see that you like surprises. Judith says she already managed to also cut apart a pendant. That happens. That happens. If you feel at the end that your pendants are still a little bit wobbly, then keep tapping and keep going around and around, just skipping the number 15 beads between the delicas. And it was indeed flattening. Kata, your advice just became like an official method of flattening pendants when we don't get the thread tension right. Niti, is it flat now? Like, mine came out flat again. So it is doable. Niti, is the pendant flattered? Oh, she's saying that it helped indeed. Ladies, just don't tell anyone that like the official advice at Erika's beading sessions is that sit on your pendant. And thank you so much for your nice comments. I really appreciate you showing up every week, and I love this time together with you. I also hope that sooner or later we can get back to real life meetings, because I'm really missing it this year. Like January, when I was like planning my 2020, I was like, wow, this is going to be a great year. So many meetings, already like workshops being organized, whatever, Germany, Netherlands, 2 places, UK, USA, whatever. And now, well, but this is what it is. And let's try to make the most of what we have. And there will be brownies later. Thank you, ladies. And again, like if you have any questions, then post it in the storytelling beading group. Katie says she already had 3 workshops cancelled. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. For me, like actually, when the whole thing started in Europe, I was supposed to go to Bergamo, which became the hotspot of the whole crisis. And well, the whole show, it was cancelled. But I confess, I was still like, okay, but since I'm not meeting 30,000 other people during the show, shall I still go and just hang out in the city, work from Bergamo? And I'm so happy that at the end I decided to cancel. But this is what it is. Like, let's try to make the most of it. Let's enjoy the great weather. Keep my fingers crossed with my olive tree. Or I can share the secret brownie recipe with you, and we can all make it at home, and we can all eat it during coffee time. What do you think? And then it really feels like if we would have been together. And yeah, as we are finishing the pendant, then some good advice. As Niti and Kata say, sit on it if you think it's wobbly, or work on your thread tension. That's my advice. And after step number 9, you will need to secure and trim the thread ends. And for the bail, I took a new piece of thread. It's explained in the printable file, and I put the link again in between the comments. So for the bail, I started a 7 bead wide peyote stripe, and then I beaded, well, just enough so it can hold my chain, or even if I decide to switch the chain to a bit wider, thicker cord. And then I decreased both ends of this peyote stripe. And then I connected the tips of the peyote stripe to a number 15. 15 bead. So, sorry, Petra wrote, I have a big butt. I can sit on more pendants together. That's why we need to eat the brownies. I will post it in the group. And it's like official advice, eat more brownies to flatten the pendants. Who cares about thread tension if it's doable with brownies? So, Ladies, thank you so much for being here with me and for beading with me. Stay safe, take care, keep us posted with your versions of the Lea pendant. I am really looking forward. Flatten it by sitting on it or by going around and around on the edge, skipping the number 15. And yeah, you can download the file, and if you have a moment to spare, then please write a review about the tutorials which you have tried during the past couple of weeks. I'm always very happy to hear feedback. Also, don't forget about these awesome collections I put on my page. I think it would be a shame to miss them. Thank you very much, ladies. And yeah, see you very soon. I will come with a new design very soon. Oh wow, yeah, and last week we had tiramisu from 𝐌𝐬𝐂𝐃, and now we have brownies. Cool. Love you, ladies. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.